It's something about being outside a little bit. I'm not saying you gotta go outside, live out where everybody else is living out, but you know, I look over there, down there. It's just people are living a whole different life down there too, you know. The last couple of days before I gotta go basically do something I never thought I'd be doing before. It's kind of nuts. Essentially, I've decided to work a new job. Right? I'm not gonna say what it is, but I've decided to work a new job, and it's gonna cut into basically a few things that I already have going on for me. I'm currently a math and science tutor. Nothing wrong with it, but it was low-key diminishing returns, doing it for the love of the game at this point. I'd have to do, if I had 10 students and they each wanted a session a week, right, which is usually the case, it would be 10 times 30, and that'd be $300, right? The issue is gas. If you consider the drive there, an hour. It's usually like an hour out. It's usually in Oakville sometimes, because that's where all the more wealthy kids would be. They'd be in Oakville or Burlington. Burlington's not so bad, but in Oakville, it's pretty fried. And at the times that they wanted me to do them, it'd be late in the day, and so traffic would just fry me. So I'd spend an hour in traffic, low-key both ways sometimes. So an hour in traffic both ways, 1 hour doing the tutoring session, practically no return on investment. Sounds horrible to say when I say it out loud, but that's pretty much what it came down to. I loved helping these kids. I loved helping them learn, because when I was learning, I had nobody. I struggled a lot, a lot. I had nobody, but helping them, I feel good about it because, they don't got to struggle through math and sciences. They got someone they can look over to, hey, I don't really get this, could you explain it, without ChatGPT doing it for you. Because ChatGPT is a great open source for studying, but it's not the same as learning it yourself. I remember when I was learning stuff myself, it was hard, but it was a lot more rewarding than just getting AI to teach it to me. Now it's not the same, And so I'm currently tutoring this one girl for data science, so data management. It's not my forte, obviously, but I'm pretty good at math, and I took a course or 2 courses or 3 courses in stats, which is basically just that course, but 4 times harder. So I was able to help her, but after 4 weeks, it's approaching 4 weeks this week. After 4 weeks, she just finished Unit 2 because my boss was making her take it slow. She's smart, she's a smart girl. She could have easily plowed through that work, no problem. But she hasn't yet. And so they're waiting on me to obviously tutor her throughout all those hours. It just doesn't make sense though. As much as I love helping, there's a lot that goes into driving to her spot and then driving back home. And during school, it wouldn't be so bad. It's an extra $30 on top of just going to school. But if I wanted to, get to where I wanted to be, financially, obviously I'm not doing horribly, but I, you know, I want to be able to comfortably invest in like myself without feeling bad about it. Because as it stands now, you know, I have a fair amount, but you know, when I want to spend on myself, I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. Even buying food, sometimes I think about not doing it, and it's like, it's kind of unhealthy. What I'm trying to say here is, I decided to go and get another job. However, this other job is a part-time job, which is okay, but nobody in my city was hiring. It was weird. I think it's because I was applying while when they just got new students to still be in, but now, you know, students are leaving, so they're like, oh, we need to get people. So Oakville, which is an hour away from me, on a very bad traffic day, sometimes an hour and a half, on like a really, really bad traffic day, is where they hired me at. Now the problem with that is not the drive, although the drive is like a problem, because if, with my car specifically, I have averaging 9 liters per 100 kilometers. And if you do the math, roughly $15 and something cents to go out there every time. Like the drive there and back. So the first hour of my shift would be free. They're not gonna give me an hour shift, which is good. But if I'm gonna get, you know, a 3-hour shift, then I'm basically only getting a 2-hour shift. Then came in my other dilemma, where I said yes to working night shifts. I wasn't fully sure what I was getting myself into. I've never actually worked night shifts before. And I've never actually worked a quote-unquote regular job until this point. Everyone was like, what do you do for work? I tell them, I'm in trades right now, and I'm still gonna be in the trades, but I wanted to see what it was like to do a regular job, because, you know, invoice pay is cool until they don't pay you. And you know, I wasn't really getting fairly treated, so I was like, let me go into this for now while I'm in school, stack up money so I can eventually move out. You know, that was my goal, really. And partially why I'm away from home right now is because I just don't want to be there anymore. I feel like I'm carrying a lot of like the household responsibilities with nobody else seemingly noticing or picking up any weight themselves. And I'm not trying to be selfish here. It's just like, you know, there's just no. It's just me. You know, that's what it feels like. So that's why I'm out in nature right now, by the ocean. I'm not gonna pan my camera because there's people just trying to enjoy themselves. So that would be a little bit selfish on my part. But, you know, I'm just here enjoying the beach. I just ate a beautiful pita from Pita Pit. A year ago, I professed how much I love Pita Pit. This year, I went to a different location, got a different order, and they made that stuff so insane. The one part about the night shifts is that it might actually fry my entire life. It's only for 4 weeks. And then after that, I go back to just working the regular daytime stuff. But right now, they want me on daytime and night shifts. So I might be pulling 24-hour days multiple times a week. And with the workouts that I've been doing and stuff like that, it might actually completely fry that. And I don't really want to lose all the progress that I've been making. But, you know, try it out. There's a lot that comes with putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation in order to grow. That's essentially what I've been doing. a really, really uncomfortable situation. And, you know, I'm out here just skipping rocks pretty much. I got this one right here. I'm gonna try to skip it on camera. I usually flail my arms, so be wary, but that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 out of that, or 1 bounce really, but you know, I count it as 2 because it hit the water twice. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna edit this video or post it at all, but sometimes I just be taking these videos to like just talk about where I'm at. Yeah, man, essentially gonna be working a regular job for a little while and still do music and still do school full time and still tutor this one girl for a little bit. I don't know how much longer I can do that. If she's willing to shift it to like, if I can make it work around my schedule, I'd love to do that. You know, I really want to help her succeed, you know, go to university, because basically what she's doing is she's taking a math course so she can finally go to university, and I just want to help her get there. She can go, and then I'll feel complete. But right now I feel like I'm abandoning people. You know, I feel like there's some people who would need my help, and I just can't give it to them anymore. You know, my life is just taking a completely new direction with one decision, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm doing a bad thing per se. I'm doing something for myself, really. It just feels like it's selfish almost. It just feels like I'm completely doing it for my own personal growth and kind of forgetting everybody else around me. But at the same time, I also feel like everyone else has forgotten about me and is focused on them. No, I'm not sure that's a great way to put things, but so far that's what I feel like. And I don't really want to neglect people who need help, like academically, of course, but I also don't want to neglect myself for any longer than I need to. I'm just trying to make it work, you know what I'm saying? Like, music pays, but it's spotty. It's not what I wanted it to be, and it'll get there eventually. There's my car. I should probably just cross over, but there's a dude walking, so I'm gonna wait till he passes by. But yeah, man. It's approaching night. It's currently 8:22 p.m. My watch is in military time. But yeah, probably just gonna hit the hay soon. My phone's at like 9 or 7% or lower. I don't know. I haven't checked. But it'll die soon. So it's time to head home. Dude, see where that light's coming from? I don't know. Oh, no, over there. Okay, well, I'm gonna call it a day. I actually reversed into this pylon here accidentally. Just gonna see what damage it did to my car. Surprisingly nothing. It's just the hitch on the back of my car. It's lower and the car's lowered, so it looks and sounds worse. But it actually didn't do anything. So that's okay. Yeah, we're back in the V. Toronto in 4 days. Am I excited? A little bit. At the same time, not really. Part of me has a feeling that everyone's just gonna, you know, cancel basically. I was asked to go to the club with my friend. Then she was like, let's invite other people, so I invited other people. But when she like goes somewhat silent, I already know she's not about it. Even though she's the one who asked me. And especially girls, when girls go quiet, I know that they're not about any of that stuff. They're all gonna dip on you. They're gonna say, oh, I didn't have enough time to get ready when you gave them 6 days notice. So who knows, man? It's probably all gonna fall through, but that shouldn't stop me. That shouldn't stop me from enjoying myself. Part of me is also like, why do I still talk to some of these people? You know, they did me so wrong so many times. especially the one friend that asked me to the club initially. And I still show her respect. And I'm like, sometimes it's like, that is in my values, but it's like, do I want to? Why am I still doing it when I know that she probably doesn't give a damn about my life, you know? Like, she only asks me how I'm doing if I don't call her pretty every single day. I used to do that. I used to be that guy. Now I had to tone it down because it was a little bit too much. By a little bit, I mean a lot. And, you know, she doesn't actually appreciate me in the same light, so I don't know why I do it. You know, I don't know why I talk to these people still. Like, any of them. I was at the barbecue 2 nights ago. Great night. Great night. I loved it. Kevin's dad, amazing for cooking all that food for us. Truly awesome. You know, they have a beautiful little court where they can all just be in a community. And that's all I wanted for the longest time, just community. And I just feel like I haven't had my people or people I can, like, just be around. I just don't got that. You know, my neighborhood's just, they don't talk to each other. I try to say hi to people. Some people just look down at the floor. Some people ignore me. And it's just weird, you know. I'll wave at them. They just look at me like I killed their family. I don't know. I've been yelled at the N-word a couple times too. I don't know what I did to people, but I don't know why they gotta call me that shit, and I don't even know who they are. Never met them, never seen them before. I'm just saying hi. I don't know. I think I'm just dumping how I'm feeling. I just don't feel great. I feel like exhausted, but I haven't even started these double shifts yet. I'm just like, I'm tired of being the same, but I know if I don't do this, then I'll stay the same. And I know that if I do this, I might either crash and burn, but I don't want to go there. You know, I don't want to crash and burn. I just wish there was a feasible way to do the things that I wanted and make the money that I want to make without just spiraling. And with music, I could probably do it, but I just don't feel it anymore because what's going on is I've been so entrapped in my room for so long doing literally nothing or what feels like nothing. Just scrolling when I'm bored to the point where, you know, if Picasso just stayed in a room all the time and never went outside, he would have nothing to paint. And I'm at the point where it's like I can paint, but I can't. I don't want to showcase my paintings because I realize that what I'm painting is just a reproduction of what I'm consuming, and it's slop. So